Hi guys, so welcome back to another video. My last video I did mention that I was gonna show the results of the straight pipe. It has been completed, straight pipe, as you can see all the way through. However, I do have the original box on, which you can see over here. Going all the way through, it is straight pipe. I disconnected the battery at the moment because I'm busy on the car, but the car is actually very quiet due to the original box being on. I didn't want to put the performance piece on yet because of the price of fuel and everything right now. It's just extremely expensive. So yeah, this is where I am right now. Sorry, let me just clean the lens. So what I'm busy with at the moment is I'm replacing my lower control arm. The left side, it is completely shot, and also I'm putting the brackets on again because there's a straight pipe system on the car. I obviously needed to make some adjustments to the brackets. On over here, the only adjustment I made, the original bolt broke, so I currently have a temporary bolt in. Or it is the permanent bolt. I just need to, I would like to sew it off, cut it off, maybe just leave a few threads, a quarter piece that's left. But yeah, that's where we are right now. So the exhaust brackets has to go on, and then I'll tackle the lower control arm. You can actually see how bad the wheel is. You'll be actually able to see the movement in the wheel of the amount of play in the control arm. So that needs to be changed. Right now I am busy fitting the brackets. So this one right here is the front one. Normally the dual pipes would go through here, that goes onto the gearbox. But obviously now, with it being a single pipe, I'm going to cut off the one section over here, as there is still place for a bolt to go through. So I can tighten the bolt over here with a single pipe, and I'll just scrap this part. In fact, I was going to leave this on. I'm going to check how it looks with it on. No vibration or rattling or obstruction anyway, which I'm sure it wouldn't be. But yeah, that's the next step, is to put the front bracket on, and this is my back bracket. As you can see, the exhaust still has the brackets on over there, so that bracket goes on against the body, and then this bracket, the sway bar you see over here, simply tightens onto it. There is a lot of play in it, so that is what we're going to do. So the bar goes in like such, and then the bracket obviously gets mounted. We push the exhaust up to here and mount it over there, and these are the nuts that goes into the body. I just need to, I actually misplaced I think these are 210s. These are the brackets to push up, to push the exhaust, the bracket on the exhaust. These lugs will basically hold them up. So that is it. The repairs I have done so far, which I wasn't able to record, which was a slip, was the clutch slave cylinder, and I also redone my master slave cylinder. So these two cylinders are replaced. This one I would say by far is the most challenging. This one goes on the gearbox, so you just simply jack up the car. There's two 13 or 14 nuts on, loosen them. That will loosen the actual footing, as you can see over here. These are the two screws, and then obviously the brake and clutch fluid feed, the piping which will come into here. Obviously I would suggest that you have some sort of bucket or something, that the fluid, because once you loosen this, the fluid will run out. So then at least catch it in a container or something. I have also seen people bend the piping and clamping it that way, it won't leak. But yeah, replace that, very easy. Loosen, put back in. However, there is a bleeding process to it. Pump the clutch, there's a nipple on here, so it's just a matter of pump, let some air or let some fluid escape. I did it quite a few times. My clutch at the moment is still a little bit low when I'm driving the car, and I drop to a lower gear, like especially first and second, there is a slight grind. So I'm going to redo, or at least bleed it again, as it's really challenging to get all the air bubbles out. And then the one under the pedal, very challenging. I basically had to loosen the bottom half of the dash, loosen the pedal assembly, and try and work my way out, removing this. It's quite challenging. I think the clutch and brake pedal basically needs to come off. It would be the best to work that way. So you loosen the entire setup, some circlips you need to pull out. It's not complicated, but please take note of, or at least do a small recording or photo of how you removed everything, because putting it back can take some time. I don't generally do it. I normally try and piece my way together. So I did that, and I'm not someone who usually struggle with things like that. But I kind of found it a little bit challenging. Not that I struggled. The challenge more for me was laying underneath the dash in order to work, because it's against the firewall. So yeah, that's been replaced. I had no clutch basically on the car. The clutch cylinder and the master cylinder was leaking. There was a leak. When I did a valet on the car, I checked under the dash and I felt some lubricant on there. So that's one of the reasons why we went ahead and replaced it. So that's it. That's it where we are right now. Like I said, I want to put on the brackets now next. And then once the brackets is on, I will then tackle the lower control arm. So that's where I am with the build right now. Kinda have my hands full. Busy with one too many things, but we slowly but surely getting there. I'll keep you guys posted with any other further updates and changes or work that I do. If you guys do have any advice, please do share it. It's always great to keep the community informed, educating ourselves, as these parts and also the cost for mechanics are extremely expensive. But as you can see, with a little bit of a jack and a couple of ratchets and spanners, you should be good. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll keep you posted with any other updates. However, I have a wheel for the car. I like the standard wheel. I've been driving the entire festival with the standard wheel instead. But the wheel that I have